Doing like a corner of the field we've never done before. And look at this.
Right underneath some power cables, and we thought it was a piece of wire. The enamel will probably fall off.
I love
it,
stuff
that's
like
a big
this.
badge, that is, isn't it?
It is.
What's it say on it?
I don't know, I don't want to like rub it because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because the enamel might fall off it, you know. I think it is doing.
British something. I don't know. Can you see anything?
Yeah, the enamel will probably fall off.
I do really like things like look where the impression was. Look at that. We're just under some power lines, and John goes, "Well, I know what this is." I'm like, "Well, what's that then?" He says it'll be aluminium wire where they've been faffing about with them wires because we found quite a bit of that in another spot.
It says,
Yeah.
British Boys for Britain.
Alright.
Is it a boys' brigade?
I don't know. That's something I can research later then.
It's got a date on the back of it.
Let me have a look.
I think it's got a date on the back of it. Why it'd be dated, I don't know.
Don't know.
It does look like a date.
Yeah, I'll do a bit of a research on that.
I'll put that in
that.
the fines.
I like badges.
Yeah, we'll do a bit of research. Hopefully, when we get home, it won't have completely disintegrated.
Yeah, that'd be a shame,
and we'll still be able to read what it is. It might be a boys' brigade.
It might be. There's like a triangle on it,
Yeah.
isn't there? That will signify the logo.
I don't recognise it, but it's a big badge though. Interesting.
Yeah, it's good that. Anyway, there we go. I thought I'd do a piece to camera about that little badge we found. I don't normally do a piece to camera because I don't like being on this side of the camera, but I thought I'd do it for a change. I do like finding badges, mainly because you can research them. I mean, I like finding other things as well, but I'm not going to lie, I don't really like finding the crusty Georgian coins. I can't get enthusiastic about them, mainly because I don't know what to do with them. I mean, what do you do with them? Me and John have had this discussion. What do you do with crusty Georgian coins? Anyway, badges. Obviously on that video we were totally wrong. It wasn't a Boys Brigade badge at all. It was actually a YMCA BBF, which stands for British Boys for British Farms. Over the years, the YMCA have provided a number of training programmes to support young people's personal professional development. A lot of those have been like computer programming and introductions to horticulture and farming, but nothing like the scheme for the BBBF. It was one of the largest schemes that the YMCA have done, and it started in 1938 and it went 1932 and it went on to 1968, and it's trained over 20,000 boys in the farming industry. During the years of 1932 and 1968, there have been over 14 training centres up and down the country for boys between the ages of 14 and 17 to train on farms. And what they do, they put them in hostels and they train them for 8 to 12 weeks on a farm, and then they'd move on to other farms, and there'd be a YMCA field officer would check in on them for up to a year afterwards. The scheme helped 20,000 young men, and for 36 years the name British Boys for British Farms was respected in the agricultural circles, and it was promoted by the National Farmers Union and the Ministry of Agriculture. In 1995, a book was written by Barbara Vesey, who was a former BBBF matron, and her husband had been a warden. And the book is called British Boys for British Farms, the story of the YMCA's training scheme. And there's a nice quote in the book, but I'll have to read it, obviously I can't remember it. "Such a scheme needs no monument in brick and stone. The memorial is in the life of those who passed through the hostels, learned to love the countryside and found great satisfaction in working with nature and practising good quality crops and livestock. Many who left the city streets at the ages of 14 made their way by hard work and enthusiasm to farm on their own account. together with all those who became advisors, teachers, managers and agents, or who supported the agricultural industry in related occupations. The contribution of this very basic form training scheme to economic life of Britain was significant and long-lasting. So there we have it. Every day is a school day. I knew nothing about this scheme before I shared it with you, and John didn't either. So finding this little badge here in a Derbyshire field has just expanded our knowledge. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it.